Alright, so this story takes place a few months ago over the summer, and honestly, it's still really weird to think about. It still kind of creeps me out a bit. So me and a few of my friends, there were like five of us total, we decided to take a quick little like 3 to 4 day trip to this beach area that was like a couple hours away from where we live. Nice little town with a beach. It's just gonna be a chill little weekend, nothing too crazy. And it was supposed to be just like a little normal chill few days at the beach. We were just gonna chill, stay up late and just have a lot of fun, honestly. So we found this Airbnb that was like right near the beach and it looks perfect, honestly. It was like modern style house, nice furniture, pretty decent price, honestly. We all had to split it. And there were plenty of rooms for all of us. And the host even had 5 stars, like straight up. Like all the reviews were just calling this dude like super friendly, trustworthy. They said the house was great. So we're all like, all right, great. This is gonna be a good trip. So before we arrive there, the guy that owns the Airbnb just sends me a message, and he's basically like, "Hey, just so you know, we do have a ring camera by the front door just for security reasons." And I'm like, "All right, that's cool." I mean, in the back of my mind, I'm like, I don't know why he had to like tell me that. I feel like that's just like a normal thing to have, but whatever. So me and four of my friends, we head out there, and honestly, we're just having a great time on the drive. We're just getting super hyped and excited for this trip. Got the music blasting. We're just getting ready for this trip. So we eventually arrived later that night, and the place looks even better in person than it did online, and it looks really nice online. It had that fake like hotel candle kind of smell. The lights just felt like warm and inviting, and like everything was clean. It was a legit place. It was as advertised. So we started to unpack and just kind of get a feel for the place, and I actually noticed this weird little thing on the ceiling. Like it looks like a smoke detector, but it's not exactly a smoke detector. Like it has this like weird little dot in the middle of it. And I didn't really think a lot of it until my friend goes, "Yo, why is there one of those things in the living room and the bedroom?" And I'm just like, "Bro, chill. It's probably just like a motion sensor or something that these fancy smoke detectors have. I don't know." But then my friend's like, "Nah, that's an eye, dude. Like that's like a camera lens watching us." And I laughed it off because like I was like, he's just being silly. It's probably just like a new like fancy smoke detector. And of course, this friend is the guy that always gets like freaked out by things easily, so I figured he was just overreacting. And we basically spend like the whole night in the Airbnb because it was pretty late at that point and there wasn't much to do outside. But that's when I kind of start to notice that the light keeps blinking like every now and then. It blinks once, then it blinks again, and that kind of started to feel off. I was thinking, all right, maybe this is like a little weird. I don't know. But I just decided to go to bed. It's getting pretty late, and I just kind of forgot about it. So the next morning, we're eating our breakfast, and I completely forgot about the whole thing until my friend brings it up again. And he's basically like, "Dude, I swear I saw that thing light up last night. Like, it was blinking." So we decided to go check it out. So one of my other friends gets up on this chair, he grabs a flashlight, and sure enough, after examining it, there's a lens. Alright, there is a lens on this quote-unquote smoke detector. Like, you can literally see a reflection in it. So we all just kind of stand there in silence for like 10 seconds. We're all just looking at each other like these blank expressions. And eventually, like, one of my friends goes, "Okay, what the hell do we do now?" So instinctively, I kind of just grab my phone and start messaging the host of the Airbnb. And I'm like, "Hey, I just want to double check. There's not any cameras inside the property, right? Like, I know you mentioned the ring camera before." And immediately after sending this message, I see those little dots pop up that show like when someone's typing, like literally instantly. Like this guy replied suspiciously fast, and he basically just said, "Oh no, those are just heat sensors, all right? Totally normal. There's nothing to worry about." Bro, heat sensors? I might be a little bit dumb, but since when do heat sensors have lenses, all right? Like it was a camera. So at this point, like we don't know what to think. Like we're pretty sure that's a camera. And one of my friends actually started to unplug it from the ceiling. And as soon as that thing gets unplugged, the little light that it had turned off. I decided to message the host again and just say like, "Hey, letting you know, we just disconnected one of those things because it's kind of making us uncomfortable." And instead of replying like instantly again, like the last time, this dude just leaves me on red. Like he full on ghosted me. So at this point, we get kind of scared. Like we all just start panicking, start checking everywhere. Like we just check everything, because we don't know if there's other cameras in this house. So we checked places like the vents; those were fine. The TV, like we were looking behind that thing, like we were some like idiots. We were so paranoid at this point that we even checked this big clock behind the wall. And guess what? we found one with like a little battery pack and like a hole in it. Like it was like this guy was trying to like run a live stream on us or something. So at this point, like all of us are freaked out. So the friend that originally found the sensor said like, nah bro, I'm not sleeping here tonight. Like I gotta find something else to do. So we all decided to pack up. It's like 10 in the morning. And we're just throwing stuff in the trunk like we're escaping from like a crime scene. And as we're doing this, the host finally replies, and this is like an hour later. And the guy goes, hey, sorry, I was driving. I can assure you that those are not cameras. And I was like, yeah, alright dude, like, sure. I didn't believe him. Like, none of us believed him. He's probably watching us, like, as we were leaving right then and there. So at this point, I just messaged the dude, and I'm like, yeah, I don't think we're going to stay here anymore. We just feel, like, uncomfortable. And, you know, is there any chance we can get a refund? And pretty much, the dude just straight up leaves me on open again. And we just kind of realized that we're not getting that money back. So we just hit the road and started driving around for a little while till we can find a new place to stay, you know? And we eventually do. So once we get to the new place, we start unpacking. And then one of my friends just goes, yo, I think I might have left my AirPods at the old Airbnb. And we're all just like, oh my god, dude, like what is wrong with you? And obviously, like, he wants to go get his AirPods. Like, I don't blame him, you know, they're not cheap. So me being the nice guy I am, you know, I said, alright, I'll drive you there. Let's go get your AirPods and get out of there quick, alright? I don't want to be in there any longer than I have to be. So I started driving us over there. It was like 20 minutes away. We couldn't find an Airbnb closer than that. And we arrived, right? And it was just like, you know, like I said in the beginning, like, it was such a nice place. But now that we were back and we knew, like, what was going on there, it just looked so much creepier. So we go inside, you know, sure enough, it's just kind of like how we left it. And, you know, he's looking for his AirPods or whatever. But I started to investigate the cameras again while we're there, you know, while my friend's looking for his AirPods. And you remember how I said that one of my friends unplugged that first sensor that we found? Yeah, the light was blinking. Like, the light was on and it was blinking. And this freaked me the hell out. So as soon as my friend found his AirPods, I was like, dude, we're out of here. I just saw that thing blinking again. So we run to the car. We hop in there and we just get out. And while we're driving to the new place, we're like, dude, what the hell is going on? Like was someone here while we were gone? And we were just freaked out. So eventually we arrived to the new place. We tell all the guys what happened, what we saw. And of course, nobody believes us. Because, I mean, why would you? Like, the guy that hosted the Airbnb, like, he was supposed to be out of town. Like, you know, like why would that thing be on? You know, like, someone had to have gone in there, right? And we never really did figure out, like, why or how that thing was turned back on. But honestly, like, we didn't really want to think about it a lot. The new place, it was nice, you know, it was closer to this beach area. And, like, we were happy, you know? We just try not to think about it a lot, but it's kind of hard not to, you know? Like, it was really creepy. So the moral of the story is, you know, if you ever get an Airbnb, just check around, you know, make sure nothing suspicious is going on. Luckily, I had my friends there. Like, if I didn't have friends there with me, it would have been so much creepier. And apparently, when a guy warns you that he has a Ring camera, I guess that means that there's other cameras inside that you're not going to find as easily. But anyways, that's it for today's story. Drop a like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and yeah, just stay safe out there. See you in the next one.